It's been an interesting couple of weeks. There was so much to learn. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I think I uploaded the last video was like 2 weeks ago. Let me check, like October, yeah, like a week ago. Felt like 2 weeks, don't know why, because I skipped on September 30th. October 7th. Okay. So, what I want to talk about today. Just gonna riff it. Like always. A really valuable lesson that I realized was one of the valuable lessons was actually from today. It was in church. Pastor Chris was speaking, and you really made me understand that the ideology of God that you have right now is incorrect. At least that is for me. My ideology of God was incorrect. Every single time I thought of getting closer to God, it would be things going downhill, things getting harder, scarcity mindset, and my stomach would start tightening it up, if that makes sense. And that was pretty much the entire time of me having that ideology that, every time I go up, like, I'm gonna go back to God and things are gonna get tougher, but then I'm gonna be at the next level. But that was an incorrect way to look at God. It's like I only came to him when shit got tough. Back then. It started getting better now. Let me expand on that a little bit. Your father, your mother, they're always going to care about you. And it doesn't matter if you like them or dislike them. If you love them or don't love them back. Your parents, and I'm not sure about your relationships with your parents, but your parents are going to be somebody that are always going to care for you, that are going to love you. And that's the same way that God is. Doesn't matter if you've been talking to him a whole lot. He will always come to the table bearing gifts and miracles. One second, someone's bothering me. All right. They left. So, going back to what I was talking about. God comes bearing gifts and miracles. He's not a father that's going to come to the table with nothing, and he's only going to come with gifts when you've been talking to him or not. God is amazing in that way, where no matter if you've been talking to him a whole lot or not, if you're not talking to him, you better be, because that man bears wisdom. That person bears wisdom, and you're missing out on a whole lot. But the ideology of God that I had, that he only comes out when shit gets tough, it was incorrect. That's scarcity. That's the wrong mindset. God is abundant. He comes with, once again, gifts, miracles, wonders. And that's what you should be looking at him. If you're thinking like, oh, I need to start pushing and I need to get stressed in order for me to go up, that's incorrect. That's such a wrong way to look at things. Going up levels will always make you feel uncomfortable. And stress, I think I mentioned this before, stress always comes from knowing that you have to make decisions, but you're not making them. That's where stress comes from. And it connects with you being uncertain that you don't know what kind of decisions you need to make. But guess what, in this life, you got very little time. So the faster you make decisions, the faster you're going to keep moving forward. And the quicker you're going to be getting to where you want to be. And I thought about it like, wow. My Father, God, every single day comes to the table bearing gifts and miracles, having gifts and miracles, bringing gifts and miracles to the table. The only thing I need is to show up. That's all. I just gotta show up. Doesn't matter how I feel. God is always there. Always gonna look after you. Doesn't matter if you've been praying. It's not about reading the Bible 2 hours a day, praying 30 minutes a day. That doesn't matter. Remove these ideologies. That's gonna get you nowhere. It's about the inner heart. That's the way that you can understand Christianity more and getting closer and so on. Like fasting, oh, I'm gonna fast for 5 days. But guess what, like on the 5th day you break your fast. Like, so what's the point of fasting? Like, I don't know how to put it. It's like, break all these ideologies that, oh, I need to fast for 5 days in order to talk to God. So then you fast for 5 days and then you break it. Like, no. The relationship with God is everlasting. You don't need to do something crazy in order to get his gaze on you. Nothing crazy. He's there. He's already there. He's already waiting for you. He's already at the table. He's just waiting for you to arrive, for you to come. It doesn't, like, all you gotta do is come to the table. You don't gotta go to the moon or dig down into a cave and look around, pray, sit down for 10 days straight, don't eat food. Like, there's no point. He's already within you. So if you're already aware that he's within you, there's nothing else you need to do. That's the lesson that I learned, one of the valuable ones. Another one is, your actions really do have delayed effects. Everything has delayed effects. It takes time to see your output from your input. And what I mean is, for the past 50 days, we've been practicing at B2B sales always. And before then, we didn't really go into it. We didn't really go deep into it. But it took us 50 days. Me and my team took 50 days to start closing. And at the start, it seemed like, oh, this is hopeless. And then boom, close, another one. Everything happens for a reason. So understand that you need to keep moving forward, and the only thing that can stop you is you. Let's go back to what Will said a couple months ago or weeks ago. Entrepreneurship, it is your The amount of money, the growth that you have is the reflection of your mental health. So if you are mentally unhealthy, then your revenue and your business's growth is unhealthy. So entrepreneurship is about discovering and uncovering the things that make it unhealthy and becoming a better person, become a better man, woman. So overall, become a better person. Clear example is the ego. Ego will get in the way of so many people's growth. And it took time for me to get rid of that ego. It was insane. Like, I would look back at myself and I was like, holy, that guy needed a hammer in his face. Like a big toy hammer in his face to knock him back out of that, whatever he was in. But that was like, that's the mental health side of things. It took me time to realize that I had an ego. Right? So, show up every single day. If you want to get closer to God, He's already there. You're already with Him, if that makes sense. Be with Him. Show up to the table. Talk with Him. There's no special thing that you gotta do. And it is not about, once again, reading the Bible 2 hours a day. I think it's more of like intention and understanding and removing that false ideology that you might have. So that's that. That is all that I have in regards to that. What else? Maybe one day I'll start speaking about sauce that we learn in sales. Things that we learn, and then maybe share with you guys. Let me give you some sales sauce. Sales sauce. Let's see. There's 3 main objections or 3 main reasons why people don't move forward. Okay? Take off my nerdy glasses off. 1 is fear. 2nd is money. 3rd is trust. Most of your guys' objections are going to be uncertainty objections, where they're uncertain and they're going to give you a bunch of different kinds of smoke screens that are going to be either I want to think about it, I need to speak to my husband, I want to sleep on it, I don't like making decisions, that same day I'm the type of person that wants to think about it, I need to pray on it, and there's way many more. So in order for you to uncover what's the real objection, right, and dive deeper, sort of need to probe in a very good way, just for some more clarity. We can definitely schedule in a consultative follow-up meeting. You can definitely do that. I think that'll only make sense if you want to. Just for my clarity, is it just pretty much just want to sleep on it? Just want to sleep. Cool. So if you were to sleep on it, and we were to come back to this tomorrow, would you feel the same way that you feel today? And then sometimes you can cover the objection that way. Another way is more of like, okay, cool. Just for more clarity, we'll definitely, and when you say we'll definitely book out a follow-up meeting, you actually gotta mean it. Like, you cannot half-ass that shit and say, oh yeah, we'll definitely put it out, but you're putting it. No, you gotta like say, okay, cool. Let's schedule in that follow-up meeting. Just for more clarity on my end. Is it more of like, on the financial side of things, or is it like, you feel a little bit uncertain whether or not this is going to work for you? Just curious, just for my clarity. And if they say, yeah, no, it's all good, yeah, just gotta think on it. Okay, cool. You were at you said, before I got into the pricing, you were like at a 9 out of 10. And when we got to the pricing, like, that's when you started like not backing out. That's when you started like getting cold feet. Like, why is that? Is it like the process that you don't like, or is it more of like the investment? And there's also like pre-framing. Okay, I'll dive into this deeper maybe later on. I'll give you, but that's like the usual sales sauce. Like, you guys really got to learn sales if you are getting into anything that requires you to sell people on something. Really get into sales and learn sales, objection handling. Why do people say something? And get into a coaching program, because a coaching program is what exactly moved me up. Because for the past 2-3 years, we've been focusing on service delivery, helping clinics grow. But we realized, like, in order for us to be industry leaders, we need to work with many clinics that are still private to a certain extent. But yeah, and we're going to be building out a personal brand soon, because a personal brand is really something that's going to make you be different than anybody else. Yeah. More sales sauce. The reason why you aren't closing is because people feel your intention. I would highly recommend for you to watch that video by Alex Hormozi, and I might attach it in the bottom, but it's really, really good at what he said. It's when it's so good. I'm going to attach it. You guys take a look at that. I'm going blank right now because this is a new topic. Usually I talk about life. So I'll talk more about sales and how you guys can improve and what you guys can do. But another thing, really important thing, is practice. The best thing that you can do for yourself is just get on as many sales meetings as you can to become better. And just going back to intention, never close a person that you don't believe you can help. For example, we were talking to a lady who owns a clinic in Florida. There were people that were calling her and telling her that they can help her get more patients when half of her city is flooded. Are you insane? What kind of money launderer are you? So I told her, like, hey, we can't help you. Like, let's just reconnect in a month or 2 months, and let's see if there's anything we can do from there. So it's all about your intention as well. Like, what is your intention with people? Do you actually want to help them? If you do, they'll actually feel it. And it's all about being strategic with it. Sales is a dance. It's not about going up front. It's about dancing. It's like being gentle with it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.